evening, everybody. It's Life on the Ride with Pastor Kevin. Hope you've had a tremendous Mother's Day as we have, as we've honored the mothers in our family and in our lives. And I recently ordered me some padded shorts that you wear for road biking to help prevent injury, make the ride more comfortable, and technology's come a long ways. I've been riding for the past few weeks now without these shorts. I have a set, but I wanted more than one so I could, rotate them out. And I've been doing the same circuit, and I'm getting faster on this circuit, this distance, this route, however you want to say it. And I'm reaching a point now I want to exchange that route for a bigger route, a longer distance, a little more difficulty. But in the process, I've come to the conclusion that I want to mix my mountain bike and my road bike and get what we are calling nowadays, there's so many different genres to pick from, but we're calling it a gravel bike or cross country. They're a little different between those two. I want a bike that I can ride at a higher speed on the road, but that I can still ride on a dirt road, down a hard packed trail. I mean, let's face it, we don't have the Rocky Mountains around here. And even on our river bluffs, most of them, if you find the right line, you can climb up and down it with a gravel bike, cross-country bike. And the tires on them are wider than some of our mountain bikes were back in the day. So this fusion of technology has come a long ways. But technology has not replaced my muscles in my legs. Yes, I can get electric bike, or I can get a gas bike. So I guess if you look at it from that viewpoint, you say technology has moved on. But I'm talking about in a manually operated bike, no matter how technically advanced they become, as long as you've got gears and you're still producing the energy on that pedal, the bike can be lighter, it can have better ergonomics, the seat can be more comfortable. All these things can be true, but you still got to push the pedal down and let it rotate around and push down with the other foot. And you have to do this continually for the bike to maintain momentum. And what I want to talk to you tonight about is maintaining spiritual balance. When that bike is moving, balance is easy to maintain. It's when the bike slows down that it becomes very difficult to maintain my balance. Now, some of these guys can sit still and they can balance their weight on the bike and literally hold it still. I can't. But as soon as I get that thing moving just the least little bit, I can maintain my balance. And so your spiritual walk, you have to maintain your balance. The devil's always trying to knock you down. Your flesh is always trying to knock you down. And everything that happens is wanting to be the last nail in your coffin. Instead, let it be the nail building the gallows that hangs the shortcomings in your life, and you move on from there, that you go on from there, that you don't look behind you in regret, but you look behind you and say, God turned what the enemy meant for my destruction, he turned it for my good. And that we've been made the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. We don't earn forgiveness, it was paid for. He said, if you call upon my name, those that call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Are you making excuses for sin, for flesh? No. When you love God and you're after God and you're moving forward, your balance is good. Sometimes in life, we'll slow down just a little too much and we let ourselves get knocked off balance. And when we get knocked off balance, it takes humility to say, hey, I messed up right there. I've been letting my guard down. I haven't been reading my word. I haven't been praying. I haven't been attending church. I haven't been worshiping. Own up to where you've slowed down. Ask forgiveness. Ask for restoration. Put yourself back into action. Pedal away from the failure. Pedal away from the shortcoming. And look behind you and say, that thing could have been the death of me, but it wasn't the best of me, and I'm moving on with God. Riding that bike for me, I'm always learning from the things of my life that are physical in nature. God shows me the spiritual things in them. And I pray today that you get on your spiritual bike, stay on your spiritual journey, and stay hard after Jesus. Don't let yourself, when you have fallen off that bike, keep you from getting back on it. and going back to Jesus and going back to church and going back to the Word, I promise you, you'll pick speed back up, and it won't be long. That failure, that time you messed up will be so far behind you, and you'll be so far removed from that day and that moment that when it shows up again, it won't be the same moment. It won't be the same you, and you won't have the same result. You will be victorious in that thing. This is Life on the Ride with Pastor Kevin. Start where you're at or stay where you're at.